My parents laughed at my red folder at the will reading, thinking I came to beg, but when the lawyer saw the seal, he went pale and called security. My mother actually snorted when I walked through the conference room door. "Oh look, she brought homework," she whispered loud enough for the whole room to hear. My father leaned back in his leather chair and smirked. "Sweetheart, if you're here to contest anything, save yourself the embarrassment." I didn't say a word. I just sat down at the far end of the table and placed the red folder in front of me. Grandma Della had raised me from the time I was 9, after my parents decided a child interfered with their lifestyle. They shipped me off and kept my younger brother Tobias, the golden one. For 13 years, I lived in Grandma's little blue house while they lived in the mansion she'd bought them, drove the cars she'd financed, and sent Tobias to the private school she'd paid for. Grandma died 6 weeks ago. My mother had been planning her redecorating ever since. The lawyer, Mr. Halverson, walked in carrying a thick envelope. He nodded politely to everyone, then froze when his eyes landed on the red folder in front of me. He recognized the wax seal on it. I watched the color drain from his face in real time. "Before we begin," he said carefully, "I need to confirm something with the granddaughter." My mother laughed. "Confirm what? That she's still living off Mom's charity?" Mr. Halverson didn't laugh back. He walked over, looked at the seal, then looked at me. "Did she give this to you herself?" I nodded. 3 months before she passed. She told me to bring it only if they laughed first. His hands started shaking. He picked up the conference room phone and asked for building security to come up. My father's smirk dropped. "What is this?" Mr. Halverson cleared his throat and opened the official will. "I'll read the standard document first." The standard document left the mansion, the investment accounts, and the company shares to my parents. Tobias got the vacation house and a trust. I got $1 and a handwritten note that said, "I love you, sunshine." My mother actually clapped. My father reached over and squeezed her hand. Tobias wouldn't look at me. "Oh," my mother said. "She got a note. How precious." I opened the red folder. "Grandma left me something else too," I said. Mr. Halverson nodded grimly. "The sealed addendum, witnessed and notarized 2 months before her death, supersedes nothing in the will, but its contents are to be delivered to the relevant authorities if requested by the holder." My father's face went pale. "What authorities?" I slid the first document across the table. "The IRS, for starters. Grandma kept every bank statement showing the cash you withdrew from her accounts using the power of attorney she gave you for medical decisions. $312,000 over 4 years. None of it reported. None of it spent on her care." My mother's mouth opened. Nothing came out. I slid the second document. The forged checks. She had a handwriting analyst look at them 8 months ago. The report is in there with the originals. My father stood up. "You little..." I slid the third document. The recordings. "Grandma wore a pendant. You told her in her own kitchen that you'd put her in a state facility if she didn't sign the new deed. She didn't sign it, by the way. The deed in your safe is a forgery. The real one is in this folder and the house is still in her name, which means it's now in the estate, which means, per the will, it goes to Tobias." Tobias finally looked up. "Wait, what?" My mother lunged across the table for the folder. Mr. Halverson stepped between us just as 2 security guards walked into the room. "Ma'am, please sit down." My father was breathing hard. "You can't prove any of this came from her. She's lying. She was always jealous of her brother." I slid the last document across. The video drive. The deposition Grandma recorded with her doctor, her lawyer, and a notary present, 6 weeks before the stroke. "She knew you'd say that," I said, "so she said it for me." My mother sank into her chair and began to cry the loud, theatrical way she'd cried at the funeral. My father just stared at the table. Mr. Halverson cleared his throat. "I'll be contacting the district attorney this afternoon. I'd advise you both to retain criminal counsel." Outside, in the parking lot, Tobias caught up to me. He looked younger than 24. "Why didn't she leave you anything in the actual will?" he asked. I smiled for the first time that day. "She did. She left me the truth. She knew that was worth more than the house." I got in my car and drove back to the little blue place she'd quietly transferred into my name the year before. Sunshine, her note had said. She'd always called me that.